Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Recorded. We're alive.
Hello, people. What's up? Welcome to Feature Friday Plus. It is a Sunday. Sunday, like the things that you buy from McDonald's. You know what? I'm actually kind of sad they discontinued the Sundays.
Did they?
Yes.
They made it McFlurries, didn't they?
Now you only can get McFlurries. I'm not mad at that, but I really like the caramel.
It's a game changer though, McFlurry.
I like-
Even though they put those spoons that are straws, but you can't really blow.
It's not straws. They're not.
Why are they
would
made
you blow?
like that?
Why would you blow? It's ice
sorry,
cream.
suck.
Yes.
It's too thick.
Yeah, Efra, it's not supposed to be
Why?
a straw.
Why is that the point of
the
it?
spoons fit into this little mixing machine, and they mix it with the spoon in it. And they just take off the spoon, and that's why they have that cavity.
I thought what happened was if once it goes soggy, you can just drink it.
But you cannot.
Can do.
You cannot, because it doesn't have a hole on the other end.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm not a big McDonald's goer or a big McFlurry connoisseur, but
I love ice cream, but so I can tell you all about the McDonald's type of ice cream. But I'm kind of sad they discontinued the sundaes, because the sundaes was like the best combo, you know? It was like good quality chocolate syrup. Oh, the strawberry
there
syrup
was one that
the
was kind of
best.
hard, wasn't it? And like, do you
Oh,
remember
yeah,
when they
they
made that
did.
one? That was the best one.
But that was like limited edition,
it
where
was
they like
expensive as hell. But
yeah,
it was so
they
fun.
like hard shell chocolate. It was
Literally-
like tempered chocolate on the ice cream cone.
But
It was pretty good.
But because McDonald's is notorious for having that bloody machine broken.
Yeah, basically, everybody knows that if you go to McDonald's, you must expect the ice cream machine to be broken.
Then it was even worse when they actually had a tempered chocolate. They will never have it.
Yeah, that was true. Very
I think
disappointing.
I only had it once or twice.
But I remember
But
every
it
time we
banged.
would go through like a
We would ask.
drive-through, Efra was like, tempered chocolate, please.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, mate. I'm
Okay.
lucky. Just have a cheeseburger," and they'll throw one in the car. I thought it was fun. I thought it'd be fun to I don't know, sort of address the elephant in the Korean industry lately, which is obviously GOT7 and the situation, the elephant in the room, I should say, not the elephant. Even though they are elephants, at least they were like, I was doing some research on them, and like watching some videos and the numbers they pulled. Dude, they were the third Korean or the second Korean band that ever made it to the Billboard's top 50.
Yep.
What the fuck? And then they were really on the way to becoming, and I think I said it last year. You know, we're very new fans and followers of their work, but I think I said it last year. Like, they really do seem that they're going like this, and that their best was yet to come. It seemed. Obviously a shame what's happened, but yeah, I just thought it was fun to, I don't know, address and give our thoughts on the whole situation that has
Happened.
happened. Yeah, regarding them and now their solo careers, which is exciting.
Yeah, well, there are a couple of groups that their initial contracts are expiring this year,
Alright.
and amongst those people, there is Mamamoo, but there are no talks of them not renewing their contract with Rainbow.
You seem happy.
So yeah, I think this kind of took people by surprise though, and I think that's why the whole traction was coming from, because everybody just assumed that they would renew their contracts on the low like everybody else does and carry on with their careers, because apparently, based on what I read online, initial K-pop contracts with labels are binding for 5 years.
Right.
So like the 5 years after they debut,
Okay.
is like that's the first initial contract with the label. So obviously their 5 years were up, and usually people,
Renew.
especially with the kind of numbers and traction and notoriety that these guys have,
And now worldwide as well.
Exactly. So they're very international right from the beginning. So it was really interesting to see that they all kind of decided as a group we're not renewing, because individually they could have agreed to renew
Work
their
solo with
renew
the
their
label.
contract with the label on a separate course.
Do you not think that maybe some people, or maybe a lot of people, especially those people that maybe were following their sort of a work relationship with JYP and the label that this was maybe coming.
Yes, a lot of
Especially
actually.
seeing how uniquely the last album went and how peculiar that situation was. That it was all groundwork. There was very little work done from the label promoting it,
Mm-hmm.
and I always tried to be as I don't know as
Impartial as possible.
yeah, because I'm not there.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I'm not. I don't know anyone from that label. I haven't been able to speak from anyone to that label. Maybe that could be a fun conversation to have. I'd be more than open to speak to anyone from the
It
label.
would be awesome.
And I think it would also bring some insight into what actually happens in labels, because it still seems to be a lot of people seem to know a lot, but I don't think I don't like I've never seen like a 2 hour or 3 hour conversation with someone, or 1 hour or whatever, where they really disclose and maybe explain some of the stuff that goes on in the label, especially in the Korean industry, because to me that is such a unicorn to me. They're they're one of the most successful industries in the planet at the moment. If not, at some points of the year last year they were the most successful
I totally
industry in
agree
the
with
planet,
that.
and they're such a unicorn to me, and I have so much to learn from it. So that's why I always like having the podcast and asking you guys what you think, because you guys seem to be very very educated on it.
Well, I don't really know how much, like you said, about like how the label were managing GOT7's activities, but I do know that there was a lot of discomfort from the fans for a while now, like a few years, and a lot of fans from the beginning of GOT7's debut kind of saw it coming. Like they kind of foresaw, like they could foresee this storm coming.
Right.
A lot of lack of promotion, a lot of lack of pushing their content internationally. It was all very this is based on what I've read online, but very little work after the tours. There wasn't anything in between. They didn't try to make the guys more mainstream, so like everything that they gained was basically their relationship with the fandom, and that's what made them so such huge individuals internationally.
Which what an asset, right? That's a great asset to have. Like
absolutely.
I think something that the what many creators, especially artists, wish for and dream of is having a fandom like GOT7 has, and some of these other bands from the Korean industry, and you can really pick with your hands. You can really count with your hands how many artists have a fandom that dedicated here in the Western world.
Yeah.
You can't. It's so peculiar. I'm telling you, man. These guys are unicorns, and a lot of guys in the Korean industry are unicorns.
Well, it's because they really take care of that relationship, though. They really nurture that relationship with their fandom. They really hold, like, they know the reason they are who they are, and the success that they're receiving is because of people's support.
Right.
So they
very aware of it.
Yeah. So they're very aware that is like nurturing a very close relationship.
I'm actually the reason why I wanted to make a podcast about this and push other stuff that we had scheduled just for this is because I'm yet to form an opinion.
Me too.
I don't. So I thought today it would be fun to this breaking news and news left and right regarding GOT7.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it would be fun then to check them out, see what's up, and then hopefully by the end of the podcast I have somewhat of an educated opinion on on what's next and what happened.
What I've received from you guys, and from what I've done in my own personal research, there isn't a lot of information from the label side. So like there hasn't been
like a statement why they made such a choice.
No, they just kind of made a very generalized statement saying that GOT7 will no longer continue with JYP, but that their name will remain GOT7. Like they have the rights, so later on in the future they could the George Dragon fell off. They could reunite later on in their careers under the name of GOT7 because it belongs to them, not to the label.
That's good.
But apart from that, there hasn't been any like information from the inside of the label from what type of negotiations they were going through.
Yeah, that's never
what
gonna be
led.
disclosed.
I know, but like what led to that point? Why was it that? Because it really took like it was really unexpected, and I guess if you're inside, you probably saw it coming for years ago. Like, right. But
they're not so that what's.
But what's happening online? What I've read online is only, the fans' perspective.
From outlets and news and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's all very generalized to the audience's points of view and their publicity, like their public speeches about it. Like
I was gonna say, so they're never gonna. What's clear then is that they're not going to
continue as a group.
As a group.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But they haven't spoken if they wanna ever come back together.
But if they
like a reunion type of thing, well, that's these things that happen.
Exactly. So if they wanted to do like a reunion concert, for example, they could under GOT7's name again.
That's good.
So here are some articles saying that Jasmine Media has compiled from the beginning of the rumors until everything got confirmed.
Because it all started with that. Like people sent me that one. JYP unfollows GOT7's Bam Bam. Jinghyun, Amark, and then Bam Bam.
Epic's reaction.
He sort of reacted to it, right? I actually didn't click on it. I didn't watch it. I didn't know. We sort of get sent all this stuff all the time. So. And
to be honest, it was all rumors. There wasn't anything confirmed yet.
That's pretty solid though. Like if your fucking boss unfollows you on Instagram.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty clear sign.
You know what's weird? I don't know why that's a clear sign. Look. Here's the thing. Obviously, it was, right? I'm not saying it was a clear...
It's your freaking boss.
Yeah, but...
Why would your boss stop unfollowing you?
I don't know. I've unfollowed...
a lot of people just to make...
Why am I exposing myself? But I'm just saying, like, I don't understand that logic. For them, I do because it's business, right?
It is.
But, when people say... like, sometimes...
It's funny, though, because it's the fans that realize first,
Well, I'd imagine, yeah. But... well, when you have millions of people having eyes on you, I'd imagine they'll notice stuff. But what I was going to say is, like, say this has happened to me often, where, say I'm with a friend, right? And let's say we lost contact, we didn't lose contact, but we just didn't maintain contact through a period of time. Yeah. And then maybe I didn't like what she posted or what he posted, or maybe they just went a route that I'm like, I don't find this entertaining. Not that I'm on Instagram that often, as you can obviously tell.
You're just shady.
And I was like, and I'm like, I don't want to see this stuff anymore. I still like her. I still enjoy spending time with her or him or whatever. We're still friends. But I don't want to see that shit. So I unfollow them. Right? And then I get called, like, literally, that happened the other day. Like, 48 hours later, get a ring.
It's like, dude, why do you follow me?
So, hi, how are you? I'm like, all right, nice to hear from you. All this stuff. Like, you haven't called me in 6 months.
Random, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she was, why'd you unfollow me? So what do you mean? You started posting all these puppy videos, like.
Come on! How could you hate that?
Yeah, but they were low quality puppy videos.
How could you hate them?
They were low quality. They weren't a puppy video.
There is never low quality with puppies.
It wasn't puppies. I'm making that up. It was little ducks.
Ducks.
Yeah, this lady just, I don't know. She's into baby ducks. I'm not into ducks. I don't like ducks. Duck off. You know what I mean? So
that is funny.
And then literally 48 hours later, she was like, why'd you unfollow me? I thought, man, who cares? Like, we're still mates.
I still like you.
Yeah, you're alright.
Not your social media.
Exactly.
Well, there is, that there is a feature on Instagram where
it's like a big deal, right? Where if you unfollow someone.
Yeah, it kind of is. Because it's like,
I don't get that.
It's logic. Like you won't like them. It's like that. It represents that you don't like them anymore. Like you're not interested anymore in what they do or who they are.
Okay, what? So you...
Because their social media profiles are like... that's at least how I see it. It's like a reflection of you, right? Yeah. It's like at least what you want to put out, out there of you, right? So like the best version of you or the comedic side of you or whatever you're into though, right? So there's like this like projection of who you are. So,
well, especially if there's business behind it and you're like a creator or a public figure and stuff like that. But
say that you unfollow me is like, oh, you're no longer interested in me.
Why'd you care?
Because I am putting time and effort into my feed so it looks pretty and my thirst traps work.
Thirst traps. That's what people do. So just...
Well, yes, you always put that like, ooh, bikini pic, ooh, booty shot, oh, ooh, she be dancing in the club. Oh, she down that tequila shot, you know? She be wilding.
Right.
So people hit you up and you be like, yes, talk, welcome. You know, you're exactly who I was aiming for. You know, does that
right,
know?
I see.
Boys do it too. It's like, sure, let's pick by the pool. Oh, Ibiza with the boys. You know? So, yeah.
I don't know, I've never looked at social media like that. I've always looked at it more like in the I don't know, the creation side of it, especially because I went down that side so early on. But I don't know. Yeah, I think I understand, like, if you unfollow a creator, right, or whatever, then that's like I look at it like that. Like, if you unfollow a creator, right, because you don't like what they're making anymore, they're not taking that to heart.
Oh, they are. Oh,
no,
they
just
totally are.
Follow whoever you want, like, do whatever you want, man.
Absolutely, but that means that you don't like what I'm doing anymore.
And that's okay.
Okay, that I'm not saying it's not okay, but I'm just saying that hurts. I'm not saying that's not okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that people can take that personally.
I didn't mind. I don't
really mind, but I'm just
obviously,
saying.
Obviously, I don't know.
Especially like people that put their work out there, like, you know, like they do their whole like designing shoes or like their clothing brands or whatever. Like they put them out there on Instagram and stuff, and then, you know, if you don't like them anymore and you unfollow them, it's like, oh, you're not supporting your friend and their stuff.
But then at the end of the day, then you weren't the market that he was targeting.
Of course.
You weren't the person that post was meant to be for.
Totally.
So why waste your...
Because morals.
Right. Anyways, I don't know. I'd love to hear people's opinions on this. if your friend was to... Like, imagine you're my best friend or your best friend was to unfollow you. Would you care?
Yes, it's my best friend. Why the hell are you mad at me? What did I do?
I'll tell you, dude.
Come back.
I'll tell you, dude. I didn't you know, like your last 10 posts have been ass. It's not what I'm into. I'm not into scuba diving.
Your brutal honesty hurts.
I'm not into scuba diving, bro. Sorry.
Fair enough.
I love you, but
come back.
but I don't want to see scuba diving videos. You know. So then, but we still hang out and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking hell.
No. I think you.
You know what I mean, though.
No, I think I totally know what you mean.
I'm not old. I'm a kid.
But you act like a 50-year-old. That's the type of perspective. 50.
That's not even a good age, bro. Like maybe if you said you act like a 30-year-old.
No, Efra.
That's
50
cool.
years old is like the new 30s. Being 50 is
50
like
50.
50, 30, and flirty.
But dude, being 50 it's called being 50.
No.
Being 30 is being 30.
No, yeah, but you know how like in the 80s it was like in the 90s, like being 30 was like the trendy thing. 30 flirty and thriving or something like that, right? Right? Do you see what I'm going at?
Sure.
But now, in my perspective, the new 30s is the 50s. Like hitting 50 years old is like, yes, life. Because back in like, I don't know, in the 80s, maybe in the 70s, people used to die like heart attacks at 50 years old. So they didn't see 50 years old as like a prime pinnacle moment in their lives. Like they just saw death. But now, obviously, that's what people see. Like that's what people fear getting old, because they just know they're getting closer to dying. Am I being crazy? You're looking at me like I'm being crazy.
No, I'm just saying the life expectancy of average person in the 80s wasn't 50 years old.
No. No. What was it?
A bit above that.
Like what?
65 plus. I imagine maybe we can say.
Well, you were still really close to dying. It was a really big possibility that you could die in 10 years.
Dude, right now it's what, men is 78, women is...
That's pretty freaking
80.
good. That's 20 years more. So being 50 is cool.
Live. I mean, it also depends on country and all this stuff. Let's see the UK. Average life expectancy in 1980s. The
Hit me.
Yeah, 70 years old for males.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
In the UK. Maybe it was in Venezuela then. People used to die all the time when they were like 55.
What is the life expectancy of someone born in 1980? 73 to 76.
Yeah, born in the 80s, but not people being 50 in the 80s.
Oh, let's say 42 then. 1942.
Yes.
It was still 71, 72, 70, and this is the USA. This is the US. Sorry, this is
That's not too bad. What is it now then?
it's the UK. 79.
It hasn't changed.
76 to 82 for females.
82.
That's a good increase, man. And
82's
look,
pretty
it's
big.
our generation. I feel that it's gonna we're gonna start seeing like aging control, and people are gonna start looking younger and younger. That
I don't mind aging. Overall.
I don't know. It's whatever, mate.
I think it's dope. It means you've been alive for all that time. That's
I think
crazy.
what might be a good objective to have, again, I'm super young and whatever, but I think what might be a good objective to have is age with grace. I heard that from someone who is he was a tennis coach.
Grace.
Yeah, he was a tennis. He worked with a lot of pros, and he was at the academy, and he was 45 at the time, but he was fit as hell, and he looked great. And now he's 50.
Okay.
And he still looks great and has maintained his physique, and he's maintained his perspective and stuff. And that's what he would always say, like, and he was still dates and stuff like that. And I think he got divorced or something like that. And then he was still taking care of his daughter, and she would come and see him all the time. And people would look at him like, wow, that's what I want my life to look like. And he would always say, yeah, just age with grace, dog. It was so funny. But yeah, it's a good sort of mentality to have when it comes to age.
Yeah,
because that's one of the things that you can't really lose stress too much about that, because it's irreversible, and it's just one way, dog. You're only going that way.
I think it's lovely. I think it's one of the beauties of living. Like, what is the point of stressing about something that you cannot stop? Like, I think.
But would you imagine?
It's part of the whole journey. I think it's so wholesome.
Okay, 50 years from now, what? You're 70.
Yes.
Yeah, and now there's anti-aging methods.
Like
and,
to
and
make
we get
you
to the level, you can become about your physiology can become 10 to 15 years younger, and your look and stuff like that. We're going that way.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely.
And would you take it?
Well, yeah, I would.
So we go from 75 to 55. But your biological age would be 75. This is gonna get really weird. And then you'd actually be and
look
55.
I don't see why not.
Like you've turned back the clock.
I don't see why not. I think we've got a lot of things already that weren't even dreamt of, like a few decades.
Yeah, the last
back.
20 years have been crazy, man.
So I don't know. I think like plastic surgeries and stuff. I think they're great for like people that are over 50. I think why not? Yes, do it. It's great. Like you said, age with grace. I think it's like little fixer-uppers. They also improve your quality of life, and I'm not against that. But I think aging is just part of being alive, and it's something that you should also embrace in life. I think. At least that's my perspective.
No. I also feel very easy for a 22 and a 25-year-old to sort of
No,
say
Efra,
that aging is
you
cool.
be crazy. You be crazy. You be crazy because I've got tons of friends who are my age, and older than me, and they're always like stressing about like.
I'd imagine. I mean,
and I'm like, dude, it's cool. It's cool to be 30. It's cool to be 40. Like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with it? Like, to me, I don't know. To me, it doesn't have as strong of an impact. At least that's just me, though.
Yeah, we'll see how that ages. No, I'm not saying you're gonna change. I'm just saying this sort of perspectives are so. Again, maybe it might be easier for us to think like this when we're so young.
See what I'm talking about? Who thinks like that when they're 22, Efra?
I don't know. Just saying, man. Anyway, so.
Oh my God! Like,
JYP.
How can you debunk that brain? You cannot. Okay.
JYP Shoot me. See, I know some memes, you know.
Lol.
What?
It's like 20 years old, that meme. Never mind. Moving on.
It is, isn't it? It's so funny though. I love that kid. I still watch it in my saved Instagram videos. I only have like 20 memes in my saved stuff. And it's just my favorite ones. But anyway,
you just rewatch the old memes over and
if
over.
I want to put myself in a good mood, I just watch that one. Shoot me. So funny.
Okay.
Maybe we should talk about this actually before we return to the GOT7 stuff. Next week on Saturday, with the first episode of actually I don't want to announce this. It sounds weird. You announce it.
Yes, the first episode of Efra's Mind.
We still gotta make a jingle for that because we can't use the Feature Friday jingle.
Mind. Tinkin, tinkin, ting.
I thought one would be fun like.
Bing, bing, bing. Efra's Mind.
I'm not tell you what I thought of. I dreamt about it last night. It was so weird. I was like, oh, that's it. It's fun. You know those videos is like, hi, this is me, and this is my brother.
I was like,
and this is how it came. You know that stuff about it's so.
You
funny.
might ask how I got here. Well,
yeah, like
it's a long story.
I love those movie intros. They're so funny. Cliche,
it's very Disney. And if you find yourself in this situation, good luck, Charlie.
Yeah. I'm still stuck in that time. I haven't watched TV since those times.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
iCarly was the last thing I remember watching on TV.
Yeah, so anyways, the first episode of that is going out next week, Saturday. And then the week after that, the second edition of The Cooking Bastard will be live. And that will always be a show that comes out monthly. And it will be live.
Live streaming, let's go.
And Efra's Mind will be pre-recorded. It will be similar to this stuff.
But it will be explain what it is, because I don't think people understand.
So Efra's Mind will be a show requested by you guys. We could not have been this brilliant for you guys.
No, that's actually very
to come up with this idea. It was all you, and all it is for some reason you guys find it amusing what's in my head.
Because it is pretty peculiar. It is weird up here.
So that, even farther, it's like, it is.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It's like he's a bit weird.
It's true.
Anyway, so we thought it might be fun. As I don't keep up with trends, I don't keep up with stuff like or memes or fun stuff. We thought for Efra's Mind, well, I'll keep referring to myself in third person. So weird, but I thought
you used to do that. Embrace it.
Certainly. And I grew out of it. Rightfully so. But
Efra's here.
We thought it might be fun for Ballet to update me in these trends, show me stuff, and then I sort of say what I think about them. I have no idea what she's going to show me. And all the stuff will be sent through you guys. It can be videos, it can be memes, it could be like TikToks. TikTok seems to be the hot thing, and the trends are very fucking strange. I don't understand.
Any bizarre things that you think Efra might have something special to talk about?
Yeah, like for example, for some reason everyone found it amusing with the kids.
Oh yes.
Like what I thought of kids and all this. What do you mean?
Oh yes.
They're micro little fuckers. And then so
they're microbes.
I don't, I hope it turns out good. I don't know what I'm gonna say or whatever. As I've always said, I don't like scripted stuff. I don't like any of that stuff. But do join us. It should be fun.
I have to be honest. I did ask this last Saturday, for you guys to send me memes so I could show
Stop preparing.
Efra some memes. And you guys were brilliant. There were so many. I saved so many videos. I am very excited to show him and see his reaction to a lot of the things you sent. Because even to me, it's like, whoa, he's gonna say something about that. So I'm really interested to see your final reaction.
Sure. Anyways, let's go back to this. So he unfollows Bam Bam, and then what does Bam Bam say?
JYP unfollows.
Click on that. So what did he say?
He didn't say anything. Because
an epic reaction.
No, it was okay. So there was this thing though, right? So it became trendy, like on you can put it up, Papa. Porfis. Thank you.
So they won't see. Okay, sorry.
So they put it when JYP unfollowed the guys from GOT7. It became trendy. Everybody started talking about it on Twitter. It was like, oh my god, they just did this. They unfollowed blah blah blah, and tagged Bam Bam on the thread of tweets.
He seems real cool.
So here's the thread. You know, so here's what happened. JYP unfollowed Jin Young, Mark, and Bam Bam. He never followed JB. They are free. GOT7, GOT7 official, hashtag GOT7 free.
So Yu-Gi-Oh, he dances with
Woo.
And then Jackson
and Jin Young he was still following them.
This caused fans to start speculating that the reason he no longer follows them on Instagram, blah 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 blah, and deleted their video of him, JYP Park's song. Okay.
So the fans took to Twitter to discuss the matters.
And what did Bam Bam say?
And he just replied with a GIF.
What do I know?
There it is. So the tweet said, JYP follow Ying Yang Bam Bam and Market on IG. And
this
then
was the reaction.
And he reacted like that. He was like, who knows? Oh, and it obviously made the whole conversation blow up even more.
Of course.
And he also then proceeded to delete these photos that he had posted on his social media. And when he deleted them, then everybody went even more crazy.
Well, I hope at least they ended on a you know.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, but I mean, when you delete a lovely photo of that of yourself.
I don't know, because here's the thing though, like.
It's a business negotiation.
Exactly,
anyway,
it's just a shame that everything is so public.
Yeah. Okay, so then what happened?
Okay, so let me show
you. Unfollow them, then GOT7 shares emotional message to fans following reports that JYP Entertainment, they're parting ways. Okay, go, it's okay. I think I've seen that one.
They just basically, oh my god, they just basically saying that.
Let's make sure if I did see that one.
They're just basically saying that they will forever continue to be They will forever continue to be GOT7 regardless of whether they were JYP or not. That they, thanking the fans for amazing 7 years of wonderful stuff.
The past 7 years have been the best years of my life. Sorry to interrupt, buddy.
No, go for it.
Nothing is coming. Well, I've never called you buddy.
I thought you said Vale.
No, Walucha. The 7 of us are going to continue bringing you guys the best version of us until the end. GOT7 forever.
And that hashtag went trending on Twitter and on Instagram.
Brilliant.
Everybody. And this picture, they reposted it each other on their profiles later on. So yeah, JB posted the picture and said hashtag GOT7 forever. And then Yin Young posted the picture as well and GOT7 forever.
Yeah, I get it, mate.
And Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, but I get it.
And Bam Bam.
What the hell?
Well, you're showing because other people can see.
Yeah, I know.
So, and then.
Go on.
And then.
They were set to perform later that day. The group has recently been.
Like their last
Whoa.
Sorry, their last thing they had on their schedules was what was it?
Something award.
Yeah, it was like 35th Disc Music Awards, and that was the last thing they had together, and they won and everything. They won an award.
They won a high note.
Yeah. So
the Sublime Artist Agency responds to reports of signing a contract with GOT7. Okay, so what's happening now is everyone's going solo.
Oh, they're going separate ways.
Okay, so
here's what the rumors are.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
Nothing is confirmed yet.
I don't know. I don't think so.
If when this goes out, because it'll be Sunday. We're recording this a day prior. I was a bit tired, can't lie, so we had to do it pre-recorded. But so if maybe in 24 hours time some news have broken,
exactly.
Do feel free to share them in the comments. We'll be checking every comment.
I don't think it has been confirmed yet, but Ying Young was in talks with an acting agency. Young Jae was trying also to sign with Sublime.
Okay.
Revising contracts with Sublime. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was looking at contracts with AOMG.
Yeah, I saw that one. J Park doing bits.
J Park helping out there. I think Mark opened up a YouTube channel.
I saw that one when you opened the thing. Like it had 600,000 subscribers and no videos.
There's no video yet. Yeah, so so I think he decided to go back home and spend some time with his family.
He's from, what is it, LA?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
He's from LA. I think he is.
Oh, okay.
I watched this video where how GOT7 came along.
Ah, well, there you are. There you go. So yeah,
I could be completely wrong. Turns out I don't know.
He's going back home, and he said he wants to spend some time with his family.
Good for him.
Jackson Wang is gonna stay
Team Wang, right?
with Team Wang,
Yep.
and he's already at work doing a lot of stuff right now.
He's got all of my support until death.
100%, and he will proceed to do all the activities in Korea under a smaller label. Not related to JYP, of course, and
so he's gonna stay in China.
Well, he's in Korea right now. He's in Korea right now, but working from Korea. So maybe he will continue to work in Korea until he finishes the new album, and then go back to China.
Maybe this means he gets a bit more freedom as well. He can live a bit closer to the life he actually wants.
Yeah,
not as much the idol image.
Definitely, I think. JB was in the talks with some international labels, but nothing has been confirmed yet.
I want IMG to sign one of these fellas.
AOMG?
No, is it IMG? The one that Lady Gaga's with.
UMG.
UMG, that's it.
Yeah.
I want UMG to sign one of these motherfuckers.
Universal.
They will blow up.
Or is it? What about Sony?
Sony
Music.
I don't know.
Capitol Records seems to like do really
I know
well
UMG
too.
obviously likes. Who did Twice sign with?
Blackpink also signed with
UMG, right?
UMG.
Yeah, so
they have connections. I don't think they're signed to UMG per se, but they have definite connections.
They definitely like them. I mean, I don't know how it would be because Twice is there, so all this stuff. Politics, I don't know how that would work.
Mm-hmm.
But one of these labels, huge, the Capitol, Sony, so like OVO. Start dreaming now.
Oh yeah, I think it would be amazing though. So all GOT7 members were confirmed that they were leaving JYP Entertainment, and then JB directly addressed fans after news of his departure from JYP. I actually haven't read this. I don't know what
this was January 11th. Go down.
GOT7 has broken the silence after news of his departure was confirmed alongside with the rest of the group. Earlier today, JYP Entertainment released an official pre-release to announce the news. The members will leave the agency after their contract expires on the 19th. So they're still legally binded by another 3 days.
Not much is gonna happen.
No, but I'm just saying.
And then he said, and the news went viral. JB took to Instagram account to write to his story. There is nothing more I could say to Agassiz. They GOT7 fandom, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's lovely.
That's nice.
Well, good for them. I mean, it seems they certainly are looking into creating.
And then he posted this picture.
Nice slippers, buddy.
Well, this is behind the stage of the Golden Disc Awards.
Right.
So
wearing those formal shoes do kill every now and then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at the power they have, bro. 1.6 million likes and.
Yep, they've got support.
Yeah, go back. Let me keep seeing what's happening.
And then after that.
By the way, mate, if you want to read, feel free to. I just thought, just because you don't have the glasses.
No, well, it's just because I hadn't read that one.
GOT7's Mark official YouTube surpasses 600,000 subscribers with no videos. That's awesome that everyone's showing
That's crazy. He got his silver plaque before even uploading anything. That is crazy.
He's
like his
yeah,
silver
I know,
plaque.
but Bali, come on. He's like he's amazing. Like this,
that's funny. I like that.
He's awesome. These people have been working their whole lives.
That is true.
These they can get is like 7 plaques.
So a couple of days ago, JYP Entertainment released an official press release to announce the news that have been waiting to hear. GOT7 members will leave the agency after the contracts expire on January 19th.
You guys are seriously too much. Silver play button with no vids. Let's go. Since May, fans are looking forward to new content. Since many fans are looking for many content. Mark Twan is his.
Yeah.
Have you subscribed to Mark's channel yet? No, I will now.
I will now. So yeah, that's what's
So what's he
happening.
gonna post? Is it just music?
I think it's like I think I read somewhere that it was all about like vlogs and like daily stuff. His time off back home and you know his
He's posted a video. Oh no, he hasn't. What? I can't find it. Why can't I find it?
Well, it's just Mark Twan.
Yeah, there is one, but he's got 19,000 subscribers.
No.
Mark Twain play Among Us with me 3 days ago. Hello, Agasha. This channel is not official, but this channel belongs to Mark. What? Oh, this is the official one.
Did you find it?
No, I can't find it.
How come?
Mark Twain.
Let's check it out. Let me try.
People making videos of. Go subscribe to Mark Twain's YouTube channel.
Yep.
Oh, hey, I found it. Bloody hell, he's gonna hit 1 million. He's on 900.
He hasn't even like.
He's on 944,000.
Yeah, let's see.
It says community post. It says thanks for 500,000 guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos. LOL.
LOL. Subscribed. Anyway,
nice.
so yes, so that's that, and then GOT7 Bamban's having a field day teasing JB after he opened his official account on Twitter.
Oh, so JB didn't have a Twitter
account. So
are you real?
Spam.
Yeah.
Report. This is not real. Alert. So yeah, open. He said.
Oops,
Are
wrong
you
JB.
Are you
He's
real?
like, oops, wrong JB.
What? I love that. It's like open. Haha, too scared to reply, brother.
Toma.
I mean, come on.
JB.
Open.
Okay, sorry, I'm out.
That is hilarious. He knows he's gonna get a nose.
It says real. He replied with real. Bam, replied with
Fake. No, man. You know what?
What are they talking about?
They're obviously having a good time.
Oh my god.
On their Twitter thread.
At least the future seems bright, and
I think Bam Bam would probably go back to Thailand and start like a Twitch stream or something. It's like, I'm just gonna play video games.
He's very charismatic, he is, and he's very funny. And here's the thing that I think it's super positive. I feel, and you've touched on it slightly. It's the fact that they have what they need, what every artist needs to be successful, regardless of what path they go down in, which is a loyal, understanding, strong fan base.
That's right.
And nowadays in the online world,
and open communication with them.
Yeah, nowadays in the online world, that's key. Like that's all you need, really. You don't need to there are benefits to being with labels. There are benefits to being tied down in contracts and having guidance and agents and all this stuff. But they can make now decisions based on this huge 5-year experience that they've had being at the top of the world, and now they can even being at the top of a Korean label that was killing it and is still killing it. And now they can learn from that, see what could go better. Now they know their worth, so now they can negotiate like sharks.
Yep.
And they have the numbers to back it up. They have the talent. They've always had the talent to back it up. So I think the future's bright. I'm really interested to see in the comment section of this podcast to see how people, what the sort of
natural progression will lead
know
into.
what the feel of it is. Like, are people a bit sad? Are people super happy? Is this what they wanted? Are they excited for the future and less sad about the past, or more sad about the past because maybe they didn't reach their full potential?
As a group, it's
very interesting. They could have taken over the world if things would have been done differently. That one seems very clear to me.
Definitely, I agree with that 100%. But I think the future is bright, and I think we're about to see the best out of each member.
Also, hope financially they're fine.
Oh well, I don't think they're struggling financially speaking.
Yeah, but money runs out, right? So that's why I think it's important for them to
branch out as well and keep possibilities open. Absolutely, 100%. But I think they're gonna be comfy for they can be comfy for a few years if they decide not to do anything. I mean, you know, these guys are clever. These guys are clever, and I personally think that's why perhaps they chose not to carry on, because you know they're visionaries, they're natural creators, they're people who are proactive in their individual lives, and I mean you can see it. Jackson, they all have their very strong independent paths, and I could see that being a huge problem for a label, from a label's perspective, you know, because it's hard.
It's difficult to deal with the sense of how do you make them shine their brightest when they have their own ways, but you also have your own ways of seeing the planet.
Exactly, and I think they're also the type of people that are hard to mold because they already have a very strong perspective of who they are.
Right.
So and from a label's corporate perspective, I would think it would be hard to work with artists like that.
Well, they certainly stood their ground here, you know, and they made a decision as a group.
100%.
That's also another thing. It would be interesting to see if it seems it was a group decision.
It was, and
everyone must be in agreement.
And that also shows a great level of communication and understanding amongst each other, a really close friendship as well, and that's very valuable, at least in my perspective. I think that's something that is worth millions of dollars in a way that it's hard to measure.
Absolutely. I mean,
you know,
very interested in seeing this, your thoughts, and do feel free to send us messages and comment below.
Give us more information if you've got some.
We read every comment, and a bit of a different one, a bit of a shorter one than usual for the podcast, but I thought it would be interesting to sort of for me to build an opinion and sort of hear your thoughts on that, and because it is very intriguing. Like, this is probably, what is this? This is the biggest disbandment, and will probably be the biggest disbandment of the
2021,
year.
yeah,
you know?
most likely.
This year there was also was it Exit?
Oh, they are disbanding, I think, but I'm not.
Because we saw their last. Was it Exit or was it someone else? I can't remember who it was.
Oh, the Panorama girls.
Who was they?
Let me see.
Just search your Panorama. iZone.
iZone.
Right?
That's right.
So I think at this point, have they disbanded? iZone, but because that was the thing, like that was their
last.
Has been reported November 5th that the girl group iZone will end their activities in April of next year.
Okay.
This news has been reported with the news of the girl group's first Japanese album photo release. An official iZone first Japanese photo will be released in March 2021. iZone fans become sad of disbandment date.
Yeah, but it's different disbandment to terminating contracts, because that is a label choice.
Ah, right.
Disbandment is a label choice.
Wasn't it essentially the same? Like
definitely.
But in their own terms.
So what happens with what's so weird about this? Well, different about this thing with GOT7 is the fact that they terminated contracts. It was their choice. They chose to not renew their contracts. It was under their own terms. And disbandment usually is the label's choice. It's where the band will go next. That's what they think is best for the band.
And the label.
At the label's perspective.
Right, I see. Maybe because it didn't do better numbers.
Exactly. It's like just losing the hot time moment. It's like maybe it's not what they expected, and maybe their debts have been paid, and they just don't know how much more revenue they can make off of it anymore.
K-pop disband 2020.
There were
so many.
Yeah, there were a few really what was it, like scandalous ones, like X1, I think. Apparently they came from, I think they came from like a survival show when they put groups together,
Right.
and it was rigged, like, and it came out like
I'm
the
paying
whole.
attention. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I know. And
That's not calling you buddy. What is that?
I keep thinking you're calling me Ballet.
That's what I said.
So the group, apparently reporters dug out the information, and it turned out to be rigged.
Right.
And the information turned out to be real, so they had to disband the group.
Well, no.
But yeah, it's
because it seems this year
that was pretty scandalous.
It seems this year there's a few contracts that are
Terminate.
Like Mamamoo just came up here. I think Red Velvet might be one. Well, it came up anyways. But I don't like reading many of this stuff because some of them are just rumors, right? So it's like
no, it's not rumors. They're terminating, but that doesn't mean
disbandment.
That they're not disbanding. Like,
right.
At least nothing is confirmed yet. So,
I see. So this is how this began, right?
Exactly. Fuck. No, they most likely renew their contracts like a lot of bands do. I mean, right. I don't see why not. I mean, Mamamoo has been pretty successful last year, and
we've seen Mamamoo make her first Instagram account, right? She did it like in December.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sola.
And Hwasa did her Instagram account
not long
ago.
She's very active on her YouTube. I think it's smart though, regardless of whether you're in a label and your contract is perfect and you're super happy. I don't know, obviously, I don't know the clause, I don't know the negotiation, I don't know what they
strive for.
Yeah, and how much creative control they have, or income control they have, or how much of your other assets they possess control over. But I think it's clever to have your own things going on. I think one of the smartest people in the industry worldwide is Jackson Wang. The fact that he has, it's hard, man. Like, I cannot imagine the level of fatigue, busyness, working out he does, dieting he does, taking care of his body. He's also his life and his creativity, working on his craft. It's a rough life. It's not fun. It's crazy. I'm sure he'll say it's fun because it is fun. It's doing what you love for money and to express yourself, and you have a fan base. But also,
the stress is on.
My God. And then when you have millions of eyes, it's the price you've got to pay, though.
It's like your whole life depends on it.
But
because it does.
But it puts him in such a advantage when this stuff occurs. He is ahead of the curve.
Yeah,
out of everybody. No, I'm not saying just the GOT7. I'm saying like everybody.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what I'm saying. That these guys have perspective. They knew.
They're smart, yeah.
They can see things because obviously they're in it, so they can see where things are going. You could also see Lay did it as well, even though he's not like 100% independent because he's still signed with SM and SM still his label. And they manage a lot of his Korean part of the entertainment and promotion. But all the movements and everything that he does in China, it's all down to him and his team.
Same as Jackson with Team One.
So yeah, so you get a lot of visionary movements going on, and I think it's like you said, is worth encouraging that type of behavior, even if you are in a label. Obviously, I don't
finding
think
ways, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't think the labels would promote that type of mentality because it's obviously not something that would benefit them in the long run, you know.
I don't know, especially in the Korean labels. I have no idea. I really don't. I'm very illiterate here.
Well, I think thinking about it in like Western world labels, like how they deal with it here, that even though they encourage you to do other things, labels here encourage you to be, you know, rebellious, like out of the norm. They want you to stand out instead of being compliant. They want you to stand out, stand your own ground. But I still would think that they would not like their main prize, their main artist to you know, be so visionary and have things going on that they can't take advantage of, you know. I think it's clever for the artist, but it's not a mentality. Exactly, a mentality a label would want to encourage. But again.
I think now as an artist, I think that must fall under one of your responsibilities.
I think so too.
You know, because I think like I take a lot of inspiration from these guys, and I'm sure many people will.
Yep.
In how they've handled this situation, I'm more learning from it. It's kind of sinking in and digesting as we talk, and it really does put into perspective, you know, what Jackson has achieved, and
It's monumental.
and yeah, he's a very very admirable guy. I think that the future is definitely bright, and I'm very interested to see what happens next. Obviously with Bam Bam's career, with Mark's YouTube channel, and where he decides to go. Everyone else, obviously, very very interesting. You give me on with AOMG if he does sign. They're a great label.
They're a great
what
label.
They've done with Crush, what they've done with Lehigh.
Well, no, Crush is with P Nation.
What's it? Oh, it's just because Lehigh and Crush collaborated, right? That makes sense.
No, but Crush is under P Nation, which is another great label in the industry, who's also kicking butts right now.
Oh, Lehigh's kicking ass, and she's with them, and she just recently signed with them, right?
Not long ago, yeah. She terminated her contract with YG and decided to move on.
Yeah, interesting choices. AOMG. Interesting choice. I mean, Jay Parks was someone that I think he'll probably allow, you know, I don't know, freedom as he again.
I think he encourages it in his artists, like artists that are signed to his label. I've read it several times on different articles and stuff, and it doesn't surprise me though, because he is that guy. He's the guy who turned the tables around.
Yeah, and I think also for JYP, like obviously the future's fucking bright for them as well.
Oh, 100%.
Twice, ITZY,
Stray Kids.
Stray Kids that, you know, they basically have become now their second, their successors, right?
That's right.
Of GOT7. So I hope GOT7. I hope JYP doesn't make the same mistakes.
Well, they're obviously pushing him a lot more. Like more promotion was going into them.
Well, maybe it was because of this, you know.
Yeah.
A choice that we see now, it was a choice that was planned from them
years.
A year back, 2 years back, you know, and so again, very very interesting situation. I'd love to hear your opinions, guys, and that's it for today.
I think so.
Peace.
Bye bye.